Good morning. I can't not talk about this morning because, oh man, I've had a 100% sleep streak for just over a week, and the past 2 nights I've broken it because here's my reasoning. Um, we've had this heat wave up in the Northeast well, it started yesterday, but it's gotten really hot, and I told you yesterday that I usually stay awake. Usually my awake time each night is like an hour and 4 minutes or something. And the previous night I told you that I was awake for an hour and 47 minutes. Um, well, last night I worked out and my strain was a little bit higher. And so in order to wake up on time, I had to go to bed at 8:58 p.m., which meant I subtracted an hour to give me enough buffer time. So I was literally getting ready to bed, just getting ready to bed just before 8 p.m. And it was like, I don't know, it felt like it was 80 degrees in my room. But I was like, all right, I'm going to bed at 8:30. Let's see if this works. And I was very hot, very sweaty. But it didn't feel as bad as the previous night. And I woke up feeling actually quite amazing. I feel very alert, but I got a 96% sleep, and I was awake for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I'm just like, all right, listen, like if I'm trying, I'm literally trying, but I'm awake for an extra hour, literally an extra hour, just awake, doing, you know, I'm not fully conscious, but it's time trying to go to bed and just rolling over and whatnot. But anyway, I'm trying my best. But I do feel very good, very very alert. I think my time in bed was like 10 hours and 10 and a half hours or something. So anyway, a grand experiment, trying to prioritize sleep above all else in in what am I trying to say? Not the most optimal of conditions. So anyway, the other big, I guess I could say it's a win. I've been one of the hardest parts that I found about building software and building any kind of solution for at least that solves a problem for myself is at what point, where is the line between a solution that is half baked and a truly minimum viable product? Like, where's the good enough line? Where's it does it 80% well? And that is a line I've tried to and been balancing for a while. And yesterday I decided that what I have is good enough that I want to start trying to wrap this in some kind of interface and launch it and go from there. But I the reason I said I think it could be a win is maybe, as you've discovered, speak a lot about, you know, doubts, self-doubt, and just being unsure. And like, there's no right or wrong answer here. And that's one of the things that I've been learning to deal with over the past couple years, is those unknowns and how to manage them. But anyway, so I haven't decided if what kind of experience I want this to be. I was looking through my notes yesterday and found a very good idea about making this a newsletter, which would be a whole lot easier than building a whole user interface front end. But I don't know. I worry that it's not enough. I worry that people would want more access, or more than just like, oh, here's your weekly report, your 10 ideas, and here's some videos that are popping off, or something like that. So I don't know. I do like the idea, and I like the email capture idea, but I don't know. I feel like it should be I feel like it needs to live via a user interface. But that feeling, I can't back up with anything, with any evidence. And making that a reality is going to take a lot longer than building a newsletter. And I don't exactly have the audience to just send it out and see what people think, or start. So anyway, but I think there's a win in here, because I seem to come to this same point last time with Comment Compass, where it's like, it gets to the point where you get up to like around 80%, and then you start to like spin your wheels a little bit, and it's like, but you just need to like retrain this model a couple more times. You just need to optimize this it's just not quite good enough. And I spent this 15 minutes yesterday talking on a video to myself. I was like, it's just not quite perfect. It's not quite, it doesn't quite get exactly what I want. And I kept thinking like, but like, is it 80% good enough? Is it good enough? And I think the point is, if it's good enough and I put it out there and I have accurately identified the problem in somebody else, and good enough, 80% solved the solution, the person who has that problem as well should be interested in using it, and interested in more. Like, I shouldn't need it to get from 80% to 90% or to 95%, like perfect, in order for that person to want to use this product. That just tells me like there's something else missing in the problem that I've identified, or how I'm going about solving it. And I think that's the right way to think about it. But as I always say, I'm not sure. So anyway, big win. See you tomorrow.